What would you do if the number staring back at you from your own wife's dashboard told a story she swore wasn't real? It was 2:17 in the morning, and the garage smelled like cold concrete and engine oil. Her car was still ticking from the heat of a long drive. I stood there in my socks, staring at the odometer glowing faintly under the dash light. She had told me she'd gone to dinner 5 miles away. 5 miles there, 5 miles back. 10 miles total. But the number said 38. I remember running my thumb across the steering wheel, feeling like I had just touched something that didn't belong to me anymore. My chest tightened, not from anger, yet, but from something worse. Dread. Because deep down, I already knew what those extra miles meant. And I wasn't ready for how far this was about to go. If you genuinely enjoy our stories, please subscribe to the channel, tell us where you're from, and what time it is right now. It's always fascinating to know how far our story flows. I didn't confront her that night. That was the first decision that changed everything. Instead, I went back upstairs quietly, slipping into bed beside her. She was turned away from me, breathing slow and steady, like nothing in the world was wrong. Like she hadn't just driven nearly 40 miles for a quick dinner. I stared at the ceiling until morning. The next few days, I watched her. Not like a jealous husband. Like a man studying a stranger wearing his wife's face. Emily had always been warm, talkative, the kind of person who filled silence with laughter. But now she was distant. Her phone never left her hand. She angled the screen away from me without thinking. She smiled at texts that didn't involve me. And the worst part? She barely touched me anymore. One night, I tried. "Hey," I said softly, sliding closer to her on the couch. "You okay lately? You feel off." She didn't even look up from her phone. "I'm just tired, Jake. Work's been crazy. Don't make it a thing. Don't make it a thing." That sentence stuck in my head longer than it should have. Because something was a thing. And I was about to find out what. A week later, I saw it. She was in the shower. Her phone buzzed on the kitchen counter. Just once. I wasn't planning to check it. I wasn't that guy. But then it buzzed again. And again. 3 times in under 10 seconds. Something in me snapped. I picked it up. Locked. Of course. But the notification preview was still there. "Miss you already. Last night wasn't enough." My stomach dropped so hard I had to grab the counter. Another message followed. "Next time, let's stay longer. No rushing. No name. Just a number." I put the phone down like it was burning me. When she came out of the shower, hair wrapped in a towel, I was sitting at the kitchen table. "You got messages?" I said. She froze for just a fraction of a second. Almost invisible. "Probably work," she said casually, walking over and grabbing the phone. She checked it, typed something quickly, then set it face down. "Yeah, work." That was the moment I realized something important. She wasn't just cheating. She was comfortable lying about it. That's a different kind of betrayal. I didn't confront her. Not yet. Instead, I started collecting. Receipts first. She used the joint card more than she thought. I saw a pattern. Gas stations nowhere near her office. Late-night charges at places I'd never heard her mention. Then I followed her. That was the hardest part. One Thursday evening, she said she had a team dinner downtown. I waited 15 minutes after she left, then got in my car. She drove past downtown, past her office, out toward a quieter part of the city, industrial, almost empty at night. And then she pulled into the parking lot of a hotel. I stayed 2 rows back, heart pounding so loud I could hear it in my ears. 5 minutes later, a black SUV pulled in. A man stepped out. Tall, confident. The kind of guy who didn't look around because he didn't think he had to. She got out of her car. And she ran to him. Ran. Like she used to run to me. They kissed like they hadn't seen each other in years. I sat there and watched my marriage end in real time. I didn't cry. Not then. That came later. That night, I broke in ways I didn't think were possible. Alone in the living room, staring at the dark TV, I finally let it hit me. Everything we had, every memory, every promise, meant nothing to her. I wasn't just betrayed. I was replaced. But somewhere in that pain, something else started forming. Clarity. Because if she thought I was going to be the clueless husband, she didn't know me at all. The next phase was methodical. I hired a private investigator. Quietly. Cash payments. No paper trail back to me. Within 2 weeks, I had everything. Photos of them entering the hotel. Videos of them holding hands in public. Text logs pulled through legal channels. Even emails. Turns out, he was married too. That was when the plan evolved. I wasn't just going to expose her. I was going to dismantle everything. I contacted a lawyer first. Filed for divorce. Quietly. Built a case with evidence she couldn't deny. Then I found his wife. Her name was Rachel. I met her at a small diner off Maple Street. She looked nervous. Confused. "Why am I here?" she asked. I slid a folder across the table. "Because your husband and my wife have been sleeping together for months." She didn't open it right away. But when she did, her face changed. I recognized that look. It was the same one I saw in the mirror every night. The day everything exploded was a Saturday. Emily thought we were going to brunch with friends. Instead, I took her to the courthouse. She laughed when she saw it. "What is this, Jake?" I handed her the envelope. "Read it." She opened it. Her smile faded. What is this?" "Divorce papers," I said calmly. "With evidence." Her hands started shaking. "You're joking." I didn't respond. That's when Rachel stepped out from behind the pillar. And behind her was him. His face went pale the second he saw me. Emily looked between all of us, confusion turning into panic. "What is going on?" Rachel threw the folder at her. "Ask your boyfriend." Everything happened fast after that. Yelling. Accusations. Denials. But it didn't matter. The evidence was undeniable. People stared. Phones came out. Whispers spread. They thought they were untouchable. They were wrong. The fallout was brutal. His wife filed immediately. Took everything she could. Emily lost her job within a month. Turns out, workplace relationships with married clients weren't exactly tolerated. Our mutual friends chose sides. Most didn't choose hers. By the time the divorce finalized, she had nothing left of the life she built with me. No house. No reputation. No safety net. Just consequences. The last time I saw her was outside the courthouse. She looked smaller somehow. "Jake," she said, voice barely above a whisper. "Was it worth it?" I looked at her for a long moment. Then I said the truth. "No. But it was necessary." I walked away without looking back. These days, the house is quiet. Too quiet sometimes. But it's honest. And every once in a while, late at night, I think about those extra miles on her car and how they led me exactly where I needed to go. Because the truth doesn't just reveal itself. Sometimes, it drives you straight into the wreckage. The end.